इसको लगा के लगाए तो ठीक से कैन यू पुट इट कैन टेक इट ऑफ यस आप क्या
देखो बना सेंटर को सेंटर को
नो प्रो कम है कैन यू टेक हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा वेलकम प्लीज so can you take it off and push it nicely take off push it hare krishna
The last one, right? Yeah, okay.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल
next time you not allow anyone to
It's a thing. Comment. I don't like this.
Hare
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Don't be shy. Welcome to ISKCON, Minnesota, everyone. My name is Ron Das, and we're happy for you to be here tonight. Every Sunday, feast is 4:30 to 6:30, and then those are after because we spend a lot of time eating together, honoring the sanctified food by growing time, getting to know each other. Because we're personalists, right? So we get to know each other. We have a long time friends. So tonight is the second Sunday feast of the most holy months of the year, Kartik, which is very, very holy month. So it started last Sunday, it goes until November 27th. So this is a very important thing for everybody here. Even if you're first coming here and you don't even know anything about this philosophy, the spiritual science, even if you think that, I don't believe that, just trust me, okay? Trust me on this one. Anything you do auspicious, how many people know what auspicious means? Something good, right? During this month. Very auspicious month. I think everyone knows that. From the homeless person on the street to the ant that you see on the ground, well, they're probably hibernating in your house. All of the entities, your plants, everything has a spiritual according to our spiritual science philosophy, which is the oldest Vedas. So Sanskrit is the oldest language. Vedas have been around for millions of years, and along with Sanskrit. So, but I want to welcome you. So that's really important to know that. So tonight's program is going to be more kirtan. How many people like kirtan? Okay. All right, more kirtan, and then we're going to read the pastimes of Damodar. So Damodar is baby Krishna over in the picture. That is his mother Yashoda. And this when he was a naughty little boy. Can you imagine God came to earth over 5,000 years ago? And he was naughty. He liked to play pranks and he liked to steal butter. Another name for him is butter thief. Okay? So we'll learn about that tonight. And then after that, we will have offer a ghee lamp to baby Krishna, Damodar. Damodar just means bound with a rope around the belly. So that's what Mother Yashoda, you're going to hear about that story a little bit. And by offering that ghee lamp, it's very auspicious. You're offering the ghee lamp to baby Krishna, and by that you get blessings back. So if you take one step towards Krishna, he takes 1,000 towards you because of your sincerity. So offer a ghee lamp, we're going to chant something called Damodara Masa Ghee. We have handouts for you. We're going to chant one verse, read it in English, chant another verse, read it in English, and we'll go through all 8 verses that way. And then we'll have, then after that, we'll wrap up and we'll have a vegetarian piece. We call it prashadam. It's just been offered to Krishna, and it's been eaten by him, not physically, but spiritually, and then it's infused with spiritual energy. After, I'm not going to tell us tonight, but if anyone wants to hear about how I came to Krishna consciousness, come talk to me. I will share with you about how one day I was not a vegetarian. And I went to a program like this, and the next day I woke up, and I said, I'm going to be a vegetarian. So, if you want to hear that story, come talk to me. But, so, it's very, very powerful, very auspicious to eat food that's offered to Krishna. So, on that note, we're going to do more kirtan. Trigovan Prabhu is going to lead us in kirtan. You can sit. You want to come over here, and we'll have you sit. Because this is a. That. So, thank you very much. And hold it, one last thing. So who's the first time here? Raise your hand. Okay, Haribol. Haribol. All right, so we chant Haribol, which just means chant the names of Krishna. Hari. We chant it 3 times. We're welcoming new people. So we're going to chant Haribol. 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 Welcome all. Please come back. Bring your friends.
Jaya Radha Madhava
that okay? Who did not go to all think of your first time coming today? Everyone else? Yeah. Everyone else the first time tonight? You got a gift? Very well.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
You pick the computer up. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I can hold it.
All right, change one. So, still gonna read the pastime. So, last week on the fly, I realized that, Srila Prabhupada, so everyone, if you don't know who Srila Prabhupada is, there's a picture of painting of him right here. We do have a picture of him that didn't arrive in time for the opening last Saturday, Rocky Gordon Tide. It showed up on Tuesday. So this is a painting by one of his disciples, Pushkar Das Prabhu, who did a lot of paintings for all of his books. So he was one of the main artists of, I think there were about 7 of them, that did the paintings of the books, so all of the books. Krishna book, which is the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, but it's written in story form. So we're out right now. The last one was someone made a donation for one last week. We'll have more coming. It's put in story form, and it's from the very time that Krishna appeared on Earth over 5,000 years ago in the beginning, and then it has all. How many kids here like superheroes? Kids. How many adults like superheroes? Okay, so Krishna is the original superhero. So he goes and he liberates, or as we call, he kills many demons in this book. And it's very exciting, from large snakes that swallow whole villages, to giants, to tornadoes, to, you name it. So it's very exciting. Kids love this book, and all of us are kid at heart. So when we get more in, please make a donation and pick one up. We'll have them back at the door. But I'm going to read from, and this book was this is the first book that Prabhupada translated in story form for the 10th canto. So he was translating the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the spotless Purana in this age. And it has 13 cantos. Yeah, 13. I'm going right after. So, but he actually wrote this storybook of the 10th canto for our benefit, because it's a way that Westerners, and he wrote it for Westerners, right? He came here in 1965 with 40 rupees, which equated to $70 US, but we didn't exchange rupees. The US didn't do that, so he was broke. He came with nothing. But this is a great book for all ages. So I'm going to read the story. It's a very short story about Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna pastime during the Damodara Masa Ghee pastime during the month of March. So last week I just did a kind of an ad hoc story, and I wanted to read because Prabhupada put so much effort into translating books for us who speak English, and now his books are in like 90 different languages worldwide. So he did that. So I should really read it because in honor of Prabhupada and all the work that he did in the 12 years that he spent spreading Krishna consciousness throughout the world. So here we go. So this is chapter 9 in the Krishna book. So Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. Once upon a time, seeing that her maidservant was engaged in different household duties, Mother Yashoda personally took charge of churning butter. And while she churned butter, she sang the childhood pastimes of Krishna and enjoyed thinking of her son. Now, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj were very wealthy, powered people. I mean, he had thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. So she had servants that could do this, but she wanted to make Krishna so much that she wanted to do the service herself. So the end of her sari was tightly wrapped while she churned. And on account of her intense love for her son, milk automatically dripped from her breasts, which moved as she labored very hard, churning with 2 hands. The bangles and bracelets on her hands tinkled as they touched each other, and her earrings and breast shook. There were drops of perspiration on her face, and the flower garland which was on her head scattered here and there. Before this picturesque sight, Lord Krishna appeared as a child. He felt hungry, and to increase his mother's love, he wanted her to stop churning. He indicated that her first business was to let him suck her breast, and then she could churn butter later. Mother Yashoda took her son on her lap and pushed the nipple of her breast into his mouth. And while Krishna was sucking the milk, she was smiling, enjoying the beauty of her child's face. Suddenly, the milk, which was on the stove, began to boil over. Just to stop the milk from spilling, Mother Yashoda at once put Krishna aside and went to the stove. Now, the milk boiled over because the milk was jealous of Krishna. So that's the piece that's not in here, but that is part of this Leela. So that's why the milk saw that and said, oh, I'm not getting attention anymore. So it started to spill over, so Mother Yashoda would come and pay attention to the milk. So she at once put Krishna aside and went to the stove. Left in that state by his mother, Krishna became very angry, and his lips and eyes became red in rage. He pressed his teeth and lips, and taking up a piece of stone, he immediately broke the butter. He took the butter over, and with false tears in his eyes, he began to eat the butter in a secluded place. In the meantime, Mother Yashoda returned to the churning place after setting the overflowing milk pan in order. She saw the broken pot in which the churning yogurt had been kept. Since she could not find her boy, she concluded that the broken pot was his work. She smiled as she thought, the child is very clever. After breaking the pot, he has left this place, fearing punishment. After she sought all over, she found her son sitting on a wooden grinding mortar, which you can see over in the right of the picture, which was kept upside down. He was taking butter from a pot which was hanging from the ceiling on a swing, and he was feeding it to the monkeys. She saw Krishna looking this way and that way in fear of her because he was conscious of his naughty behavior. After seeing her son so engaged, she very silently approached him from behind. Krishna, however, saw her coming toward him with a stick in her hand, and he immediately got down from the grinding mortar and began to flee in fear. Mother Yashoda chased him to all corners, trying to capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was never approached, even by the meditations of great yogis. In other words, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who was never caught by the yogis and speculators, was playing just like a little child for such a great devotee as Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda, however, could not easily catch the fast-running child because of her thin waist and heavy body. Still, she tried to follow him as fast as possible. Her hair loosened, and the flowers in her hair fell to the ground. Although she was tired, she somehow reached her naughty child and captured him. When he was caught, Krishna was almost on the point of crying. He smeared his hands over his eyes, which were anointed with the black eye cosmetics. The child saw his mother's face while she stood over him, and his eyes began restless from fear. Mother Yashoda could understand that Krishna was unnecessarily afraid. And for his benefit, she wanted to allay his fears. Being the topmost well-wisher of her child, Mother Yashoda thought, if the child is too fearful of me, I don't know what will happen. Mother Yashoda then threw away her stick. In order to punish him, she thought to bind his hands with some ropes. She did not know that it was actually impossible for her to bind the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mother Yashoda was thinking that Krishna was her tiny child. She did not know that the child had no limitation. There is no inside or outside of him, nor beginning or end. He is unlimited and all-pervading. Indeed, he is himself the whole cosmic manifestation. Still, Mother Yashoda was thinking of Krishna as her child. Although he is beyond the reach of all senses, she endeavored to bind him to a wicked grinding board. But when she tried to bind him, she found that the rope she was using was too short by 2 inches. Actually, we say 2 fingers. 2 inches, which is about 2 inches, 2 fingers. She gathered more ropes from the house and added to it. But still, she found the same shortage. In this way, she connected all the ropes together at home. But when the final knot was added, she saw that the rope was still 2 fingers too short. Mother Yashoda was smiling, but she was astonished. How is this happening? In attempting to bind her son, she hair tightened. She was perspiring, and the garland on her head fell down. Then Lord Krishna appreciated the hard labor of his mother, and being compassionate on her, he agreed to be bound up by the ropes. Krishna, playing as a human child in the house of Mother, his own selected pastimes. Of course, no one the pure devotee surrenders himself onto the lotus feet of the Lord, who may either protect or manage the devotee. For his or her part, the Lord also feels transcendental pleasure by submitting himself to the protection of the devotee. This was exemplified by Krishna's surrender unto his mother, Yashoda. Krishna is the supreme bestower of all kinds of liberation to his devotees. But the benediction which was bestowed upon Mother Yashoda was never experienced even by Lord Brahma, or Lord Shiva, or the goddess of worship. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the Son of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, is never so completely known to the yogic speculators. But he is easily available to his devotees. Nor is he appreciated as the supreme reservoir of all pleasure by the yogis and speculators. So we're talking about yogis, we're talking about impersonalists. So Krishna consciousness personalists. It says in the scriptures, Krishna is a person, right? That's what it says in the Bhagavad Gita, it says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and various many other scriptures, right? So the impersonalists and the what we call them, or the Mayavadis, or yogis, they speculate. They say it says that, but it doesn't really mean that, right? So that's what we're talking about when it says yogis and speculators. After binding her son, Mother Yashoda engaged herself in household affairs. At that time, bound up to the wooden border, Krishna could see a pair of trees before him, which were known as arching trees. Great reservoir of pleasure, Lord Sri Krishna thus thought to himself, Mother Yashoda, first of all, left without feeding me sufficient milk. And therefore I broke out of yogurt and distributed the stock butter and charity to all the monkeys. Now she has bound me up to a wooden mortar. So I shall do something more mischievous than before. And thus he thought of pulling down the two very tall argent trees. There is a mystery behind the pair of argent trees in our previous lives. The trees were Nalakuvara and Mani. Fortunately, they came within the vision of the Lord. In their previous lives, they were cursed by the great sage Narada in order to receive the highest benediction of seeing Lord Krishna. This benediction curse was bestowed upon them because of their forgetfulness due to intoxication. This story will be narrated in the next chapter. So it's a very long, I'm just going to share what exactly happened. So these two brothers, who were the sons of Kubera, which is the treasure of the demigods, right? Very wealthy, he has everything. So they were very mischievous in the fact that they were sporting and bathing in the river with some young ladies, some gopis, and Narada Muni, the transcendental spaceman, we call him. But Narada Muni is a transcendental being who traveled all over the universe just like that, could go anywhere, just grab a ship of the whole name. And so Narada Muni started to come by and these gopis, they noticed, so they put their clothes back on to be very respectful. These two brothers were intoxicated beyond their mind. And they were there naked and they were still playing around and splashing water. And Narada Muni understood because of this disrespect. Although he knew in their heart that they wanted to see Lord Krishna. So he cursed them to be reborn into these trees. And then Krishna came along and liberated them. And they waited there for over 10,000 years for Krishna to come and liberate them from the trees. And then have his darshan, see Lord Krishna, and then they went back to the So it's a little very in depth about the whole pastime of how this works. It's in great detail about playing in the water. It's a long story. So that's the pastime of the So And now the thing is, you think about 2 inches or those 2 fingers, right? So what did Mother Yashoda do, right? What did it say in the story? Starts with an S. Surrender, yes. First, she surrendered to the Lord Krishna. But the 2 fingers represents what? It starts with a D. You have service of the piece of it. D. Determination. Yes, devotion and determination. So determination is the key word. So no matter what happened, Mother Yashoda, the pastime goes away. It happened. She goes to every villager, everyone in the village. She does this all throughout the day and into the evening. But then Krishna saw her love and determination. No matter what, she was not going to give up. So this kind of goes back to when you chant. So chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this age of Kali, this is a sacrifice for the Yugya of Kali Yuga, the age of Kali, right? And when you start chanting it, you will get obstacles put in your way, right? It's just, and that's the material energy, Maya Devi, coming and trying to distract you from actually doing what's our purpose in life, which is to chant the Maha Mantra and go back to God, back to Goloka Vrindavan, right? So that's the spiritual world. So we don't have to be here anymore, right? So because this place is full of what? We're born, we die, right? Our body dies. We have disease and old age, right? I can tell you, I'm 58. I don't feel like I did when I was 28 or 38. My body hurts. It's going to get worse. We all know it will. We have friends who have passed away. I'm sure we've all sat with people. I've sat with people as they left their body, as we call them, they die, because their spirit soul leaves. Their body is just like a pair of clothes, right? So you're going to get a new pair of clothes in the next life and reborn. So based on how you live your life today. So I think the key is determination. Don't give up. There were many times when I felt like giving up and chanting Hare Krishna, and I didn't. And it was hard. And obstacles were put in my way, whether they were family, wife, friends, all of these things. It's just natural. And even if you don't chant Hare Krishna, how many people have things that just aren't that pleasant that happen in their life, right? Everybody, right? So you can either deal with those things and be miserable, or you can chant Hare Krishna and be happy and work through the difficulties. So, anyways, determination, service, devotion, surrender. Those are the keys. So, anybody have any questions or any additional comments? Otherwise, we can do nothing. Anyone? No? Okay. What was that? Kartik? Yeah, it's one of the holiest months of the year, so it's kind of it's interesting that it happens right after Samhain, Halloween, right? So if you know what that is, and then November 1st is All Saints Day, right? So that's when the Christians, the Catholics specifically, actually, I would phrase that, honor the dead in their church services and various other ways. So it's for that, it's the New Year for some groups. For this, it's it's just a sacred month. Auspicious. It's the most auspicious month. We have to. I don't want to dig into like Vedas because that would be. We can talk after we can figure it out. So, but yeah. So last year at this time I was in India for Kartik. So I went for the first time. It was really amazing, mind blowing, total transformation in my life, even more than it already had before that. So, but the thing is Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is the mirror image of Goloka Vrindavan. So the spiritual, in the spiritual world is Goloka Vrindavan. Krishna came to Vrindavan, India, because that was the same. It's the same where he had his pastimes, and Krishna never travels anywhere without all of his associates, right? So they're all there, all of his associates. Just like in the 15th century, on the Gaura-Nitai, our Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is on the right, Lord Nityananda is on the left in blue. Krishna came to earth in Bengal and came as a devotee of himself. So that's why, and then Lord Chaitanya on the right, he actually revived this chanting of Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And that he revived the movement. It had been forgotten, and the Brahmin said that, no, only Brahmins can chant this mantra. And actually, the mantra used to be Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So the Brahmins forbid. They thought Lord Chaitanya was crazy, dancing around and jumping and chanting in the public and drums. But there were millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people following him. And this is when the Muslims actually ruled over India. So, but the thing is so they said, you cannot do this because they're not Brahmins. The thing is the mantra is for everyone. It doesn't matter where you're born, who you are. I was born in Malaysia, which means I ate meat and I drank alcohol and I smoked and I did all these things. I'm not from a Brahmin family. None of us are. We're actually in the state, we're all Shudras, right? We're the workers because we work. There's not, even if people are born into a Brahmin family, they're not actually there. Just because you're born into a Brahmin family doesn't mean you're a Brahmin, right? Look at the age of college. It doesn't work that way. I have a lot of friends who are doctors in town who are born into a Brahmin family. They have the sacred thread, but they say, I'm sure you're more of a Brahmin than I am, right? And because they know it's like I do things like alcohol, and that's not true, right? So, but in the same of Kali, but that's why we have the mantra. So really, so the great thing is Lord Chaitanya came as a devotee himself, but with both Radha and Krishna. That's why he had a golden complexion. So he has the golden complexion of Radha. So he, he didn't come and say, I am God. He didn't say that. Actually, it was through his devotees' realization that they recognized him through auspicious signs when he was born, his behavior. And then he said, yes, I am God Krishna. So, anyways, I think that about covers it. So, for now, I know I said a lot there, but I get excited talking about it because, it's so simple. If you chant Hare Krishna, if you eat cook food and offer it to Krishna, you're on your way back home, right? So, and there's a reason for all of our newcomers here tonight. There's a reason you came here. Oh, you want to stay in here? And it's dark. But there's a reason you came here. So somewhere in your past life, there was some pious activity, you met devotees in your previous life. This just doesn't happen by chance. So sometimes it does, because when we go out and chant on the streets hard enough, people who normally wouldn't hear it will hear it, but then they become attracted. So, and if you ever notice, sometimes when we're out doing book distribution, we'll have a picture of Krishna, and kids instantly go to the picture. And their parents are like, no, these people are weird, get away from there. But kids they're born innocent, right? And then they just learn things from society, right? So anyways. So on that note, thank you for coming tonight, and Hare Krishna. All right, so now we're going to do the Damodara Masa Ghee. Change of plans, we're going to sing through the whole thing in Sanskrit. If everyone would line up on the right, someone will put a little drop of water in your right hand. They'll hand you a white green lamp. You can circle it, offer to the picture of baby Krishna, and then put it on the table. You can come back and bow down onto the side, and then we'll do kirtan. Hare Krishna. This way. Slow.
Murli, expand this, so that yes.
Like, can you just? I'm trying to expand, but if that expand doesn't work, we can do view. Zoom in. We can do zoom in, right?
Yes. I think Control Plus should work.
Yep. Windows plus.
Windows Command Plus.
Sorry, command plus.
A little.
Take it up.
No, not. Bigger or smaller?
And you say one guy should be
Okay, I will scroll. idam teva purnata gopala balam sada me manasya. Idam te mukhamboja Vritam kuntalai smitaraktasya. Mohos Namo Deva Damodara Krishna Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabhi. Kripa Drishti Vrikshanti Dinam Bhatanu Kuberatmajau Badha Murtya Tata Prema Bhaktin Swakam Nirvacha Namokshe Grahane Namaste Sturame Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Rasatundram
Thank you very much. All right. Now comes to the, thank you very much. It was a wonderful evening. Now comes to the part where we're going to sing one more. Yeah. Who wants to sing it? Anybody? Who wants to make a shot? Hare Krishna. So we're going to get ready for eating together. If anyone has to go, let us know, and then Krishna picks up to go. But really, the intention we're all